Hello friends, this is Leo and welcome to the post-market report. Let's go and take a look at the Nifty and Bank Nifty order flow chart and the market profile chart today. Right. But before we dive in, let's go and take a look at the tweet that I put in the morning. And there's a tweet which I said Nifty seems to be gap up day. Let's wait for the follow through and keep eye on the flow for happy trading. Right. And also I've given out the level. In the level, I have said that before the market opens, this is in a box, and the market has to break out and hit this area for the up move, right? And this is on the Nifty. And for the Bank Nifty, I have said, box has to be cleared and this has to come and move towards these levels. Okay. So that was expectations given the structure that I have seen in the last few days, maybe a few weeks, right? It's been trading around this box for a while and it's been consolidating for a while. And I'm looking for a breakout on the higher side, right? So, and that is what exactly has happened today. And now let's go and take a look at the profile structure first. Okay, go and take a look at the real market profile chart. So market was closed around 23,800 last Friday, and it has opened about 23,900, which is at least like almost like 120 plus points gap up. Right, and then market has tested these levels, which is at 24,000, which was a kind of an 24K was a kind of a round number where we could see a lot of sellers sitting in at these levels, and market was struggling to cross the 24K, but at a later point of the day, market bumped up and then moved above the 24,000 and it closed at 24,119, which is almost like a good 300 point move in Nifty today. Okay, and during the live session, I was discussing about these levels. There has been an resistance for now, and the moment it breaks out, it's going to break out pretty hard, right? And that is what exactly happened today. And let's go and take a look at the Bank Nifty chart, profile chart. So Bank Nifty was closed at 54,400 and it opened around 54,600, which is again like an almost 200 plus points gap up, and more importantly, it has gapped up above this box structure. Okay. And that is what very important. And the buying has started right at the open, and market has really moved a lot. I think it has moved more than close to probably 1,500 plus points today, right? And including the gap, right? So it was a very good move, and it had a kind of a resistance at 55,200, but it broke that and then it moved higher, and it almost hit the recent swing lows value area low. Okay, and this was the level I was talking about in my early morning tweet, right before the market opened, and this is what exactly happened, right? And I've been telling the YouTube members that market is slightly bullish, and apparently Bank Nifty was weak for a few days, but what I've noticed on last Friday was Bank Nifty was showing a lot of strength, and compared to Nifty. And Bank Nifty has really stood up today and just moved really fast, right? And which helped Nifty also to move pretty good today. Right now, let's go and take a look at the candlestick chart. So this is a gap up, right? And we had a kind of weakness showed at this level, and then market was rotating around this level for a long period of time, and we had a breakout at probably at around two plus. I think it's when the euro opens and it moved higher. Okay, and if you notice it, this is a zone that which is nothing but R2 and H5 zone, okay, H5 zone, right? And H5 is from the Camarilla and R2 is from the pivot, right? You can see those two levels, right? And it just broke out and went all the way up to R4 level in the standard pivot, okay? So it's breaking R3 and then it moved higher and it moved to R4 and closed at the day's high point of the day, right? And you can see that the delta values also was rising positively, and that is a good sign. That is confirming the move that this move was pretty strong, valid move. Okay, now let's go and take a look at the Bank Nifty as well. Likewise, you had a good gap up, right? A little bit of a weakness came in, but then the volume has really showed up at different levels. There were a bit of tug of war between these buyers and sellers, because tomorrow is a tomorrow is a monthly expiry, and I'm sure that there is a lot of sellers active at these areas would have been trapped, and they have been taken out at these levels. And this is exactly the setup I was discussing with in the YouTube live, that any breakout that happens, that is going to be pretty hard. Okay, and we will see that in the order flow chart. But there were indications at the end of the day, which moved from 54,900 and all the way up to 55,600, which is lately 700-point move. In the later part of the day, right? So it's almost like moved 1,200 plus. I think, I don't know, I don't exactly remember. I think it's almost like 1,200, 1,500 point move, in the Bank Nifty, right? So that was a good move, and it is setting up the trend. Now let's go and take a look at the order flow chart. So here is the order flow chart, and good gap up, and you can see that a little bit of weakness, and we can see that there's a lot of emerging buying came in at later part of the day. And this is actually a good setup, because if you look at it, and throughout the day, the volume was pretty decent. Okay, and this is what I've noticed. And when the volume was decent, and there's a good trap setup at these levels when you had this max delta 0. Okay, so remember, we've been discussing about this max delta, min delta for quite a while. And if you guys still have need to have a bit of a clarity, let me know, right? And while I connect the Zoom live sessions on Friday, we can look at a few more examples lively and take a look at it, right? So this is kind of a trap, right? Because when you see the max delta 0 and the bar closed at the top part of the day, but the bar is still red, right? So all these sellers who are selling at these levels were trapped, thinking that they can take the market down. And that is exactly not true, because this is a trap set up by the smart money to get a more liquidation. Okay, and then it continued, and it has a good breakout here, and then market moved higher. Okay, so there is a way we should read the order flow, and I think maybe you attend my live, that you would be able to understand it clearly. So now let's take a look at the Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty had a good gap up that we have seen, right? And then it was trying to move higher, and there was a lot of selling and stepping in at these levels, but all these sellings were absorbed. Okay, and all this is happening at the VWAP. Now, if you go back and look at it, then this is a stacked imbalance on the buying side. Okay, and this was never tested throughout the day, and I'll show you that. Okay, so this is the one, and this was never tested throughout the day, and everything was contained within the VWAP. Okay, and you can see this buying emerging, and you can see that min delta is 0. Exact similar setup as we seen in the Nifty, and then market moved rallied high from here, from 55,000 all the way up to 55,575. Okay, which is almost like a 700-point move. Okay, and I have tweeted this all in my X platform, in my X handle, right? And if you want to take a look at it, I'll show you some of the tweets which is being which I have tweeted this morning, right? At the market progress, right? And I have shown them that I made about 95K to 1 lakh today. I was trying to do some scalping, and I have also shown that how the script has performed, for the entire month. We captured at least like 1,100 points on Nifty and Bank Nifty 575, and Sensex has given us 2,600 points as the return, right? And I've shown these examples throughout the day, right? And you can see it, and this all, I've treated it not after the market line, but this was happening, while the market was, live, right? So this was in some of the tweets I have posted, right? And if you want to really learn about all these things, join my YouTube live, and this is my returns for the entire day. And for the end of the day, it was a good return for me today, right? And I used to do a lot of intraday, but due to some other work pressures, I wasn't focusing on intraday. I think going forward, I will start doing more on the intraday, and hopefully levels in the X handle. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like it, don't forget to share it, comment it, and whoever is giving a comment would get some entry into the Zoom sessions on Friday. Okay, and I hope you like this video. If you like it, share it with your friends. Thank you. Jai Hind. Bye bye.